So, obviously, you guys have moved into tree work just recently.
Yeah.
Is that something that I guess will become a large percentage of the turnover? Like, are you like, obviously, I'm hearing like we've gone into paving, we've gone into this. I'm assuming you're not paving probably like you were with George back in 16, and it's more maintenance now, or is
No, we've got a full landscaping division now.
Yep.
So we went through, got the builder's license, all the rest of
Yep.
it. And that sort of grew from doing little,
So someone would say, "Hey, can you fix that driveway or that
yeah.
path?" And you're like, "Yeah, we can do that."
basically. And then we had a really good opportunity at Mount Lofty House. They recently built I think 14 6-star villas.
Yep.
Which
is that even a thing? What's
yeah,
the
I don't
star?
even understand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway,
that's their thing.
Yeah, and we had a good relationship with one of the owners of Mount
Yep.
Lofty House, and he was like, got me and George out for a walk through, and he's like, "Can you do this? Can you do stone walls?" And
Yep.
we're like, "Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, really good at that."
Yep.
And just no clue really what we were doing, but we were
Yep.
like,
Now that you've done the
We
job, you can
finished
say
them.
that on camera.
"Yeah,
exactly."
Sorry, Dave. But we just went straight away. Right, let's get on the phone and find some gun landscapers who are looking for work.
Yep.
Give them an opportunity. So we had a fella who had his own business. We were like, "We'll subby to you." A few weeks in, he's like, "I want in. I
Yep.
want to work for you guys. This is great."
Yep.
So he's now full time with us. One of our good mates has sort of jumped on board running the landscaping division. So yeah, it's grown just like that, just through chance and opportunity, and now they're kicking some serious goals. So with the trees, it was more so through our clients kept asking, "Do you do trees? You know, up in the hills there's so many
Because
massive
I guess
trees."
you're hedging, so you are cutting.
Yeah.
You are cutting foliage.
Yeah,
Now can you cut?
and can
larger
remove
foliage.
and all that sort of crap. So we were like, "Shit, should we just bite the bullet and do it?"
And go buy a tree mulching
Yeah.
truck.
So we bought
Truck and chipper, yeah.
truck and chipper. Yeah,
and,
that's right. I'll learn the lingo.
and a couple of good climbers, and got another fella now who's running that division. And then just yesterday we acquired another small tree lopping business. So
What surprised you about that? Like the acquiring thing, I want to talk about that separately. What I guess when you go into a new territory or you buy a new business, as I've done, there's shit that you're like, "Yep, this is pretty simple." You buy a truck and you put some stickers on it. What surprised you about going into the tree business that you weren't expecting? Is there anything that kind of caught you out and you're like, "Oh shit, I didn't think about that"?
Obviously, the safety side of it's a bit more severe than just mowing a lawn.
Yep.
So we were pretty lucky. The fella that is running that division, he had quite a bit of experience in that.
Yep.
So there's quite a bit more to it than it's well over our heads. But yeah, we were lucky that he's all over it. What else as far as... It wasn't...
I'm amazed at how good those guys, like the climbers, are fucking jets.
And they have
Yeah.
to keep that fitness.
Yeah, and they're just goers. They like, you know, I get scared going up a ladder. But these guys are just
I've got someone that can help you
swinging
with that.
around everywhere, and
Yeah.
like, they're just unreal at what they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just brilliant. So I don't know. I guess for me, I've been out on a few of the jobs and just seeing what they can actually do
Mhm.
is pretty awesome. Yeah.
So you just said you acquired a business or a tree lopping business. We spoke about that at lunch. I wasn't sure what stage that was at. I didn't want to bring it up without knowing that it's kind of public knowledge now. So you now have a bigger customer base than you once did.
Yeah.
So what's the go there? You basically grab another company, run it through the AHLG filter, and spit out a more something company, like more in line with what you guys are trying to do. And
Basically, yeah. So we were obviously just trying to grow it organically through a bit of advertising and that sort of thing. And then the opportunity come up. It's basically just a client list that we purchased.
Yep.
He's got a lot of repeat clientele
Yep.
and that sort of thing. A lot of big
and that
properties,
guy,
so-
I guess his brain.
Exactly,
Partially, yeah.
Which is a huge part of it for
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
So how many businesses have you like? Obviously, you bought the mowing round and the tree lopping. Is that it?
There's another one,
What?
Paris.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
another sort of lawn and garden
Yeah.
business around Stirling area.
So kind of
mainly.
micro businesses,
Yeah.
one man band.
There's another slashing one that we bought
that
as
was
well.
a
Yeah.
the
cracker,
Sherpa. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're buying the plant and equipment, the customer list, and the IP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is any business.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did they all look the same? Like, did you start? Are you getting better at that? Like from experience? And
definitely.
Yep.
We've learned that once we get a hold of it, you know, a lot of people go out of business. I think, especially in the maintenance industry, because they're so cheap.
Yep.
And they're too afraid to ask for more money.
Yep.
And then you just can't live like that.
No.
I was like that at the start. I sort of priced myself where I thought was fair and in the middle sort of bracket. You just can't live. You know, with all your running costs, overheads, all that.
Yep.
It's like, fuck, what am I doing here? I'm banging my head against the wall. So I think, some of these guys we've acquired, they're just really cheap, and so you probably lose maybe 30 or 40% of the clients.
And that's been consistent. Like, when the new owners, December 1st, it's now $60 an hour. We can't do it for 40 anymore. And then your clients are like, oh no, well, I'm not paying that. And then you drop them. It's this very pumpkin plan, actually. Have you read that?
No, I haven't.
The pumpkin plan?
Yeah. You might have
No.
that.
It's very much that. So my 12 immutable laws came off the back of the pumpkin plan. The pumpkin plan, I guess the blurb of it is find your best clients and look after them like crazy and cut off all the small pumpkins. So those pumpkins that you've cut off are the $40 an hour clients, like whatever number it is. And now you've got these $60 an hour clients, and then you are now free because the guy that you've hired is not stressed, so he's doing the better work, and then those $60 clients start talking to other $60 clients, and then you've got more $60 clients, and then you might cut off some 60s and start 70s, and it's just about feeding the things that are working. And
Sorry, a very similar theory as well, which is just A, B, and C grade.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And look, we have every business has their own. I mean, we've got that triangle of happiness where I've talked about kind of like you can be. And we had a meeting with my accountant this morning, and he talked about something similar. Like if you can have 5 points for like price, service, and quality, and you can only allocate 10 points through those three categories. Like, what are you going to be for price? Will you be 2 or 3, and then quality and service will be 5 and 5. And I think our businesses are quite similar in that we try to have quality and service as 5s, and then I said 3.5 for price, maybe 4, because you can't be all. It's just stupid. And I think you probably need to have 12 points allocated between those 15. But that triangle of happiness we had was that a client either needs to be a good human, pay us on time, or we make good money on them.
Yep.
So, and you want 2 of those. So if someone's paying you late, you really want to make sure they're a good dude and that you're making some money.
Yep.
Or they pay you on time and you don't make as much money, but they're a good dude, or they're an absolute fuckwit, but you make a fuckload of money on them and they pay you when they take it. So trying to get that, and if you get all 3 of those, they're your A.
Yep.
If you get 2 of them, they're your B.
Yep.
And if you get 1 of them, they're your C.
100%.
Basically,
C clients can fuck off.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's we've had to be a little bit brutal.
It feels
because,
so
because
good though. Like that exhale after you fire those clients, it's just like, and then you're free, like mentally, to go do stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So did you struggle with that, like with firing clients?
I don't like it. Yeah.
Especially because Jarrad start like a lot of these.
I'm in touch with my emotions.
Well, we had a podcast yesterday, and he was telling us how he cries in the shower. So maybe this room just brings it out. You should start. Apparently, everyone should be doing it. Everyone should be crying in the shower. So.
I think Jarrad had a lot of attachment to, especially early days with his clients. It literally built him up from.
Well, they were the reason you had a business.
Correct.
Like, a business you didn't obviously make much money in, but they were your clients.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, and and that's the hard part now as well. Is I used to be so big on building relationships with the client, and now we're sort of off tools most of the time.
Yeah,
I'm less and less in touch.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where, for us, the biggest challenge is getting our guys to be doing those sorts of things.
Because you want them not just to be a hedge trimmers, but they're a business development manager and a hedge trimmer.
Yeah.
Or a mowing guy and a business development.
Yeah, so at the minute we're going through a big sort of shuffle around of the structure of the company, roles, and I guess levels. Or
I think at 30 you have to. I mean, I had a question written down here to kind of for you to describe me what your individual roles are and how that works, because partnerships do not work in my mind, and that's something that I want to explore a bit. So you get with that exploring of all the roles. Is there going to be some kind of training around client communication? Is that is that something that's important?
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
So we've got this software Luke was talking about, Jobber.
Yep.
And it's just got some really cool tools in that to be able to take photos of the job, email it to the client through this thing.
I was going to say, can you tag the client into the jobs on that?
There is a client portal.
Yeah, we don't use it to its full.
Because I said I've got a guy doing some work at my house. I'm like, I would love a message saying our guys will be there at this time. Is that fine? And I can just click accept and it's done. I don't need a phone call. But at least it's all tracked in there. And then there's photos of, say, like how the hedge was trimmed last time. and you took a photo of it,
Yep.
and the client's like, I liked it like that, do it like that every time, and then you hire a new guy and he just opens it up and goes,
And that's how they
easy,
want it.
man.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool, because then the client sees it, and obviously for new landscapes, here's the plans, here's communication, we can't get that stone, these are the samples, and you can like, yep, nope, yep. Like, I think that would be unbelievable. I didn't know if an app existed for it, so.
Yeah, it's cool. And then, like, we work on massive properties, so, and a lot
Geographically,
of our clients,
like.
yeah, like huge properties and, you know, sort of extensive gardens, and a lot of our clients are really busy people, so they can't always get home and see exactly what we've done.
Yep.
So just things like taking a photo of this area and write them a note to say, look, just to let you know, this is what we did today, here's before and after, and just so they know, shit, these guys know what they're doing, they're busy, how good.
Well, it gives them an opportunity to ask you to do something like, oh, dude, I didn't really want that. Can you fix that?
Yeah.
While you're still there, rather than you getting a call at 6 o'clock at night, like, hey, I've just got home. What's going on with this? That was not how I meant for it to happen, and you've got to go back there and deal with it, or you know, I don't think there's any. I don't think there's an over communication issue in any of that.
Yeah,
like if it's your house and these guys are working there, there would be no amount of information that would be too much for me. I'd be like, cool, thanks for the 400 photos. Like, I'm not going to look at all of them, but
at
least I know.
It shows me that you guys cared enough to do it. And